Welcome, everybody. How you doing out there? This Sunday evening, 6 p.m. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So good to see everybody on this another edition of Real Talk for Real Men on Sunday. So hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday, particularly in light of the weather conditions that have hit a lot of areas this past weekend. So I hope you're safe. I hope your families are safe, and it's good to see you. And so joining us for this hour, we appreciate you. Hopefully we can bring a little bit of levity to you, a little bit of fun conversation to take your mind away from what you dealt with last week and get you in the right frame of mind for what we're about to deal with another week. So let me bring in my co-host really quickly, Miss Tasha Mack from Memphis. How you doing, McMack?
I'm good. I got power, so I'm good.
I can understand. For those of you who don't know, Memphis got hit with the situation. So my co-host has been one of those individuals that have been experiencing some issues with power, and so glad to hear you're doing better. You're looking good, sweetheart. Glad to have you. All right, fantastic. I got my brother from Dallas, Mr. Kenny. What's going on, Mr. Kenny?
What's going on? How
All
you
right,
doing, brother Black?
man. I'm good. How are you out there in Dallas? I know you guys got hit with some bad weather too.
Oh man, it's almost 60 degrees today. It's
That's what's
sunny
up.
and the snow is gone. We all good. Hey
That's
Tasha,
what's
how
up.
you
That's
doing?
what's
Glad you
up.
I'm good, Kenny. Thank you.
glad you got some
Beautiful.
power. Yeah, man. You know Texas got this bipolar weather. It's supposed to
The,
be like
the
70 degrees by the end of the week.
oh man, that's beautiful. At least then, whatever impact is left will be wiped away. Hopefully,
Right,
you
exactly.
know. The groundhog saw its shadow, or however the shit works. So apparently, we're gonna
Yeah.
get an early winter.
Yeah.
So for some people they like it. I never even got the first winter here in Atlanta. So
The
what can
hell
I
with
tell
that
you?
groundhog. I don't
I'm
care what
trying to tell you.
the hell with him or
Fantastic.
her.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about again today. What would you do? We did it last Sunday, and when informed by my co-host that there were many more scenarios out there since we had such a good time with it, we decided to do a part two. I already have been notified that my brother Bert and his fiance Hannah, they've got family visiting today, so they won't be on. So I'm literally going to give about 2 more minutes. If anybody else want to join, I've popped the invitation into the commentary section, and you're more than welcome to come on live, with us. And if not, just the three of us will entertain and have a little fun for about an hour. As I said, I'm just hoping that this show can kind of take you away just from the normality of the BS that we have to deal with as we start our weeks you
Exactly.
know. So as I'm going to give a couple of people an opportunity to pop on, but again, we're going to just throw out some scenarios out there uh, for the people who've never. This is if this is your first time watching it, or even if you go back to watch this. I have zero idea what the scenario is going to be. I prefer it that way. When we do these type shows, Tasha is holding all of the cards in terms of what she's going to bring out. She's selecting them. They're going to be just like you're hearing it for the first time. I'll be hearing it for the very first time. I prefer to do it this way because it gives me an opportunity to be in the same boat as you guys, for my answers to be completely authentic. What's
Yeah.
going on, D?
Hey,
How you
what's up,
doing?
D? And I watched the show last week. And those scenarios, Tasha, was woo wee. Those were some doozies.
Yes, they
I,
were.
I would say that. I was like, oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
I get 'em
So,
I get them from like a bunch of different places, like on social media. So, other podcasts that have heard things read that I'm like, wow, like that's interesting. Or anything that people post on, the internet. They do
Right.
it a lot of times under anonymity. Sometimes they do post their name. So, but I
Yeah.
think I have some good ones again today. So,
hey,
Okay.
we going to go through it. And again, you out there, if you're watching, like D says, she's at work. So, D, of course, we always want to hear your input. We miss you, sweetheart. But feel free to comment in the commentary section, what you think. Tasha, I got 6:05, so we already on CP time. Let's get this thing cracking.
all right. Well, we're going to come out hard on this first one.
Okay. All right.
Okay. My wife has a terminal disease. She is projected to live at most 9 months. I am, of course, destroyed. We've been together for a decade, and I don't remember my life without her, and I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone. I've been doing my best to make the last days of her life good and grant whatever wish I can. The doctor says that she will likely need a wheelchair in 4 or 5 months. Then by month 8, she'll be bedridden for the last few weeks. That's if she doesn't decline faster.
Mm.
Recently, she sat me down and told me that one of the last things she wanted to do was have sex with a previous partner of hers. I, of course, was shocked, and when I asked why the fuck she wants that, so she basically thinks that was her most physically compatible, satisfying lover was with him. She gave a whole monologue about how sex sometimes is just physical and how emotionally fulfilling it is with me, but it was bullshit just to get to her point. So now I'm left with this. Do I deny my dying wife a wish for my own ego, or let her go fuck another man?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I was not
Oh,
expecting that. That story took a turn.
that took a hard left turn.
Right,
Like wow. Whoa.
and I can't think of what movie it was. Something, because at first it was taking on this movie thing. They've been married for 10 years, right?
Yep.
And basically she's dying, and her dying wish is to sleep with somebody she's clearly been thinking about all of this time, and to tell him that the sex is basically, she's saying the sex has been satisfying to a certain extent, but it ain't been ringing my bell after all these years, because my greatest sex physically has been with somebody else. And before I leave this mortal coil, I want my bell rung. But at the same time, you want me to take care of your impending cripple ass, till you die.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
So what does he?
What would you do?
What was his? And now what was he? What does he want to know? I mean,
basically he's asking a question. Should he give her dying wish?
Yep.
Or because it obviously has hurt his ego.
Okay.
Should he deny her? While I think a second, I'm making you go first. D says this is like the last rites when people are on death row. I say let her have a dying wish, especially because when she dies, he most definitely will sleep with somebody else. That's a valid point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say at this point, man, you just got to check your ego at the door. I mean, it sound like to me she'd have made up her mind anyway. She gonna do it, regardless if you give her your blessing anyway. And number two, according to the Bible, I think you're gonna be committing adultery. Aren't they still married? Correct.
Still married.
Still
married.
So technically, she would be committing adultery too. But that's neither here nor there. If I was him, I would say, baby, go pin your legs back behind your ears, because I'm getting ready to go do me. So you do you. Even though my ego may feel a certain type of way, obviously she grown. I can't stop her. She's probably gonna do it anyway. So have at it.
All right. Kenny say let her do it. D says, it's a dying wish, and the way she see it, he's gonna sleep with somebody anyway. Rashim, what's going on, my brother? This is my cuz from New York. He said, let her do it, plain and simple. Tasha, I'm gonna go before you go. The answer is no for me. Ironically, the answer is no for me, and here's the reason why: because we're married. The fact that we're married, for me, you're right, brother Kenny. I can't stop her, and that's if she's bold enough to have that conversation with me, knowing what's coming, all of these things, and the expectation is I'm going to live up to the tenets of the marriage till death do you part, in sickness and in health. That's the part I want to focus on, in sickness and in health. So if I'm going to honor that part in sickness and in health, even though you think it's selfish, D, you're probably right. But in this case, because we are married and we took those vows, I am not going to give you my blessing to dishonor those vows in good conscience. Now, the conversation I'll have with her is, you grown. This is your dying wish. I'm not going to watch over you. I'm not going to monitor you. That's going to be between you, your conscience, and God, and if I've already made the decision I'm going to care for her till the end, that's the decision that I make. Now, keep in mind, I'm probably cheating anyway because me being me, but she don't need to know that. So far as she knows, I am honoring the marriage, and I am not going to give you a get some free dick card just because you about
Yeah.
to die. So that's my answer.
So
Tasha,
so
what you?
so
I'm
so
sorry.
did he say he was gonna continue? Was he gonna continue to care for her even if she goes through with this?
Yeah, he's
Th-
gonna he's that's the assumption is that he's gonna take
That
care of her.
Oh,
right.
oh,
And now
okay.
he has to decide if he's going to give that blessing or if he's going to deny it.
Right.
I know. I damn sure wouldn't be taking care of her. She gonna go out there and get some. No,
Okay. So you
no,
see.
not me.
So
Not
you
me.
see.
Mm-mm.
So then that you see what I'm saying. So that's my
Yeah.
thing. If
Mm-mm.
I'm going to live up to the contract, marriage is a contract, then I expect you to live up to it too. Now, if you can be, if you've been living with me all this time, you already know. Be smart. Don't get caught. Don't give me
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
So also, Brother Kenny said it properly. You can go pin your legs clear back and gargle clear down to the last drop down your throat and take that to your grave. Don't tell me, but I'm not gonna give you my blessing.
Right. I agree.
Tasha, what you say?
Now, I look at it from both sides. If I was her, yeah, let somebody else thrill it one last time.
Woo!
however, however, if I'm him, pure out of selfishness and purely on ego, absolutely not. You're not having sex with anybody else. No, you better go lay down in the bed back there and get prepared for what's about to happen. Because again, also, you have to think about I'm going to be taking care of you, and if you do that, I may not give you my best effort taking care of you
Yeah.
at
Ooh,
the end.
Oh, yeah.
So,
very good point.
and
That's a
that's
good point.
just being spiteful. I don't
Right.
care. I'm sorry. I don't think that that's just. I understand you're dying, but there's just some things that no. Anything else we can discuss? Anything else for your last final wishes?
That's
But that
my
right
thing.
there, come
That's what
on.
I'm thinking. And I got an additional question on this one before you move to the next one. I would be angry, to perfectly frank with
Yeah.
you. Now, I might would have to keep it under check under the circumstances to a certain extent. But if you're just now telling me this after 10 years of marriage, that all this time, baby, it's been great and I've been sticking with you because we're married, but you never told me that I really wasn't ringing your bell, I'm kind of pissed, to be honest with you.
Mhm. I think
So,
it would have been better if she would have just cheated and not said anything.
not, don't, so that's the thing out there. If you with me and you find you're gonna die, go live out your damn fantasies. If it's sexual before you tell me. Because now, if you want to see a clown ride a motorcycle with a helmet on his head as your last wish, I can grant that shit for you. But you ain't giving my blessing
Yeah.
to screw nobody.
You know what's funny? I think she's being selfish. I saw D said that because I'm like, my thing is, why would you even come to me with a proposition like that? You're just being selfish at this point. The woman is. So yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
That's a
But
tough one. That's a
yeah,
tough.
that's a
That was a
tough
good
one.
one. That was a good way to
Yeah.
start.
I
Now,
know that.
Tasha, where do we go from
That
here? Where do we go from here? What's
Oh,
next?
okay. Well, okay. This one is pretty funny. So we'll go with this one. Because Black, I know how much you appreciate hygiene.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh
this
Uh-oh.
was a
boy.
little bit longer. So my mom keeps pooping in the shower floor and doesn't care if people keep stepping on it or if it smears all over the shower drain. We have a fully functioning toilet in our house, of course, and we don't have a bathtub, just a simple shower room with a drain on the floor and a shower head on the wall. I used to stand bare feet on the floor while I shower until one day I stepped on a piece of poop near the shower drain. It was really gross, and we don't have any pets in the house. While I knew my mom had just showered before me, I was absolutely disgusted because the water flushed on it and the feces smeared. Hold on. And it diffused all around the drain. It was way worse than it sounds. So I asked,
Ooh.
and she said she recently discovered that it's warmer and easier to squat on the floor and poop with hot water flushing through your body. I told her not to do it because it was disgusting. She simply yelled back, I know how good it feels if I tried it too, and that I should just wear slippers instead of going barefoot in the shower. What would you do?
You know that's an easy one for me. You already know that's the easy one for me. But I'm a dissect it still. D say what? Rasheen said, wow. And then I'm scared to read this one, D. D said, my sister dated a guy whose mom pooped in a plastic bag. Okay, these people have mental health issues. D, I don't disagree with you. There is something mentally wrong with you if you think it's okay to shit in the shower. I don't care how warm the water is running down on you. Now, I got some questions in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Who's living with who? Who's living with who?
From the way that it read, it sounded like the writer, the person who was writing it, lives with the mother.
So then the reason why I asked, that's the important question for me, because if it's the mama's house, then there is a simple rule. That person can do whatever they want to do. You might not like it. It's their rules. It is. Tasha, I know how you are about your bathroom. So you got a hygiene thing too.
Don't be shitting in my shower,
you wouldn't appreciate it if somebody shitted in your toilet and left shit stains. Forget the shower. So that's the thing. If it's the mama's house, as disgusting as that is, if that's what you're saying, but if it's my house and mama's staying with me, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. You could be my mother. You cannot do that. I wouldn't tolerate that on any level. That is truly disgusting on so many levels, because I don't care how much hot water go down there. Can you imagine having to clean that bathroom? Even with gloves and shit residue in a shower that you got to be scrubbing clean, or if you're not scrubbing it, you both some nasty sons of bitches. So my thing is, I don't care who you are. That's unacceptable on every level. And what's sad is I've been reading about people doing this that actually think this is okay. So in case you guys are hearing this and thinking this is so far out there, it really is not. That people are really nasty. But no, absolutely not. That's an easy one for me. Brother Kenny?
I'm speechless. I mean, and that's that. Okay, okay. This is really threw me off big time. So, okay, do they only have one bathroom?
Yes, there's
Sounds
only one
like,
bathroom. Yes.
Not even a tub. It's just that kind
It's just the shower.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so it's mom's house. Is that correct, or is it we don't know?
That's the way it reads, as if it's the mom's house.
Man, mama's nasty, but if it's her house, she can be nasty at the end of the day. So all I can tell the daughter is, you need to get out, get your own spot,
get your own place.
Because at the end of the day, she gonna dookie in her tub,
right,
in her shower. That's what she doing. So you just got to deal with the dookie,
right?
That's all I can tell you.
I would say this, because what if it's like a teenager that can't leave? What if they're like 15, 16, 17 years old?
Oh, yeah, that's
I didn't think about that.
Why? To me, it's so lazy and so disrespectful for the people who have to follow up behind you, doing that. And that like, I would still, even if it is your mom's house, and let's say, like, for whatever reason, like, you can't leave or something, I would really press that issue.
Now,
I probably would be a little bit more sadistic too. I would probably take her toothbrush and put it in there.
Now, did she tell the daughter to wear some house shoes in the shower?
She told her to wear, like, shower shoes, basically,
shower
shoes in there, in the bathroom.
Oh, that's disgusting. That whole story is disgusting. I'm sorry.
It's very disgusting.
Yeah. Mama got some issues. I don't know. I don't.
And D said clean it afterwards. So again, if it's mama's house and she feel like she can do what she want to do, and I hadn't even considered if it's somebody underage that can't move.
They can't move. Yeah.
Then you know what I would do as that teen? Then I would be very trifling. I would that teenager's only weapon then is to be as trifling as she could be, to set an example, you know. And like you, Tasha, what you said about putting two breasts. So okay, I would wear my shoes in the shower, and I put footprints on the wall. I would make it so that when she has to come behind me, I would make it my business to eat some of the hardest core soul food you can imagine, and don't drink a lot of water with it. And I would make sure my shit is good, rock, solid, them
Boy, you
grown
crazy.
people turds.
Yeah.
And I would make sure that with my shoes, I would make sure it gets all over the faucets and the handles. So when she come behind, I would play just as dumb. You know what I'm saying? And D said pee in the sink. Absolutely. If we gonna run a bathroom like an outhouse, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest to this young lady, I don't know how she is, go get you one of them big tubs that they used to wash clothes in and just take you a whole bath. Don't even take showers. Just run you some water with a big tub to take a whole bath. Don't even jump in the shower.
You're right. That is a, you know, maybe I wouldn't even use that bathroom. Maybe.
Yeah, I would.
He says soak your monthly panties in a coffee cup.
Oh damn.
D, you right. D, you right. If we gonna be nasty like that, you're right, D. And stop. Ain't no limit it to the bathroom. If we gonna be nasty like that,
D.
And D, I know you saying that, but real talk, you absolutely right. I would take my period drawers and make sure mom come in. I'm washing my filthy, nasty drawers in the sink, in the kitchen sink. Like, fuck it. You know, in the same logic, you know, that well, it's hot water. It's going to wash it down anyway.
You know what? You might as well just make it a free fall in that house. You just walk in the door and you just piss.
Absolutely.
You walk right in the door. You just piss right there with the front door. Take a dump in front of the TV with the Cosby Show on. You might as well just go and let's say the hell with it, you know, free fall.
And if you young, ask a friend that, look, you know, can I shower over at your house? I will be trifling as I can in that house and those habits until I can move out.
Until she kicked me out.
And here's one we even forgot about. You know what? I would be trifling on purpose and get it good and nasty, and then call. What's the people you call on a nasty ass?
CPS.
I would call them on a nasty ass.
I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's disgusting there.
Okay. Here's another one. This one isn't disgusting. So my lover Chanel knows I have a wife and I'm not leaving my marriage. Chanel and I are into S&M, and she choked me until her hand got tired and then punched me. I like rough sex, but not black eyes. My wife thinks I was robbed and demanded I file a police report, so I did. The police followed up on the fake robbery and told my wife that it was a lie. I'm facing a big fine and I've lawyered up. My wife demanded answers, so I told her I'm a drug addict and was beaten after a drug deal. And now my wife wants me to go to rehab or she's out. What should I do?
Is this just Jussie Smollett cousin? He got to be some kin to Jussie Smollett. Come on, bro. Really? This what we doing? This what we doing? Oh my God!
What's up, Antoine? How you doing?
What's up, Antoine?
I hope you heard the gist of that story. A man is cheated on his wife.
Oh man!
He has no intention of stopping, based on that.
Right.
He's into S&M.
Yeah.
And apparently the woman basically choked him real good and then punched him in the eye, which left a black eye. So the wife saw it. So rather than admit to that, he made up a story that he got robbed. So the wife pressed him to the point where he filed a report. Police investigated, found out the report that his story is bogus, Juicy Smollett, you know. And then so now they want to sue him, I guess, and he's lawyered up, and then told another story about that he got a drug habit. So now she wants him to go to rehab.
He just made, you know, when they say when you tell one lie, you got to keep telling another.
There you go.
That's exactly what he had. So now you done filed a false police report. Now you gonna have to lawyer up. You just because you got a little rough with sex with your side piece. Come on, bro. Really? What should you do? At this point, the legal, hey, it's in the hands of the legal process now, bro. Real talk. So you got to let that play out. And you're gonna have to tell the truth eventually.
Which, to Antoine's point, that initially you should have just told the truth. It would have been a lot
Right.
simpler to face the problem, to face the
Right.
issue. You're right, Antoine. He's digging his own grave because you clearly don't know how to lie, you damn fool. You're an idiot. You don't know how to lie because it's getting deeper and deeper. D says, damn it, it would have been just easier to tell her the truth. That he like freaky stuff. The wife, she might even be down. Good lesson there. Good lesson there, D, that you could have brought, that into the bedroom. That, hey, let's ramp it up a little bit. But okay, let me go here with this idiot. What's going on, Jenny? How you doing, sweetheart?
What's up, Jenny?
So let's say let's say I'm with you, that you got your little side piece. If that's what it is. I'm gonna even go with you that maybe you got the wife over here on the pedestal. People actually do this. That all the nastiest, freakiest stuff you want to do, you don't want your wife to do it. I actually kind of get that to a certain extent. I kind of get that. You want to kind of leave the dirtiest shit for the freak, for the little side freak. So I kind of get that. The problem is that you don't know how to lie. A true lie, you take that to the grave. It should in the principle behind it. If you do shit by yourself, you ain't gonna lie on yourself. Now, nowhere in this story does it says that he remotely got close to getting caught. So the wife is pretty gullible enough to believe these outlandish stories and whatnot. So my thing is, you should have thought through and told a lie that you could stick to, one that, you allowed yourself to let it get deeper by allowing the wife to convince you to file a free police report. That's where it went wrong right there, because you could have simply said, no, I'm not filing the police report. Aren't you the husband? It would have stopped right there. She wouldn't have liked it, might have would have understood, well, if somebody put you out, why didn't you use that? Well, no, just let it go. But that you fed the lie and allowed it to grow and then told another one, you're just an absolute numbskull. So you deserve whatever you get. It's what, in my opinion, But what should you do ultimately? You know what? Because you don't know what the hell you're doing, you need to come clean right now. Pay the fines, follow whatever the legal recourse is. But at this point, you absolutely need to sit everybody down and say, you know what? This is the reason why, and take your punishment.
You see it differently.
All right. Antoine, before you go, Antoine said women are like the FBI sometimes, So go ahead, Tasha.
I would say, like for this, because of how far he's gone down the rabbit hole, commit to it. You need to act like a junkie now. Go to rehab.
Yeah.
To learn how to lie a little bit better. Still get your legal situation filled out, but yes, you need to go to rehab. You do, because you're not doing very well. And just take this as of, I almost got caught. Use that time in rehab to really reevaluate your life. And if you still want to be messing with the mistress, be off from work for a little while, but just take this financial hit that you're going to take for having to pay for rehab, as well as the fine, and then just, make a decision after that.
Do we know, did he say how long he had this side piece? It didn't say.
No, it doesn't say like how long that they've been messing around.
So, but it sounds like they've been messing around for a minute though.
Yeah, Antoine agreed with you, Tasha. He said, keep going down that rabbit hole. That's just too much work for me. D says, but even that lie will fall through. They know and that's my thing. D, I agree with you that you're such a bad liar that, to me, Tasha, I think it might keep rolling. You go to rehab and they go to test your system and go to find out this damn idiot don't have any drug. What drug is it? He clearly does not know how to lie.
He can get something real quick and just
he can get something real
the positive test.
Right, he can get something real quick and go. He can go find, shoot.
I feel you.
Addicted to painkillers or something. No, I agree. That's too much work.
It's the pain pills. Painkillers be a lot easier to get.
Yeah,
I feel you. So to me, the lesson in this is, either lie well. You know what I'm saying? Either lie well, or be committed to your lies. Those are your choices.
And number three, with your side piece, y'all go easy. Quit being so damn rough with the S&M. Because if he wouldn't have been rough and got the black eye, he wouldn't have been in this predicament.
I agree. Nothing of the necking up, like that should
Yeah.
be off
Yeah.
limits.
Tell your side piece, don't choke you too hard and don't be hitting you in the eye.
I
That would
was going to add to that. They don't even know what they're doing. Proper S&M. I've done S&M. My thing is, yeah, you do it where you don't. If you're gonna choke a bitch, lesson out there, you're gonna choke a bitch. During sex, you take a belt and you put a thick towel around the belt. You can pull the belt as hard as you like, and ain't gonna leave no marks on her neck. You can damn near choke her out and ride that pony into oblivion, but it ain't gonna leave no marks.
But what if she choke? Well, what if she choking you though? I mean, what if you the chokey?
I'm never gonna be the chokey, but again, if I was into that, you put the towel around it so it don't leave no marks. The key is you don't leave no marks.
But it depends on what someone likes, because some people may like may like having their air cut off, but then some likes the restriction of the blood flow, and that's two totally different types of choking.
So my thing is, I'm into the one with my technique is belt. My technique has always been the belt. I have very small hands for a man, so to speak, and that just take too much damn work to be trying to physically choke somebody with my hands anyway. That's where I came up with the belt technique. Works every single time. You achieve the exact same thing. You got something to hold on to. You can do your little thing, and you're getting all of the benefits of it.
I learn something new every day. Every time I watch you, Black, I learned something new every day. Yeah.
And just remember, no punching. Open hand slapping is fine.
Okay.
No punching.
Okay, thank you, Tasha. I learned something from you today too. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I got to ask. Okay, this little slight detail. So you never had anybody that she wanted to be slammed up against a wall real hard or turned upside down?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
No,
are you asking me? No, I've never been with a woman who wants that. No,
that's the kidding. but I'll ask. So I'll ask you, Tasha. So Tasha, I'll ask you: have you ever been slammed around and handled real rough, picked up?
I like rough sex though. I do. So.
One of my viewers, I love you, sweetheart. We've broken pool tables, windows out.
God, dog.
I love it. So she watches the show faithfully.
Oh my, yikes.
and it's always been good. That's how we get down. We test it up.
Eight ball in a quarter pocket.
we have broken pool tables, windows out, counters. We have broken some shit because we get down really nice and rough.
I heard that, brother. I heard that.
Why am I not surprised? I already know. I am not surprised, D. All right, Tasha, bring us another one.
All right, this one's a little bit longer. So, my husband is withholding sex until I lose weight. We've been married for 9 months after dating for 2 years. We waited until marriage for sex due to his religious beliefs. We were both excited for the honeymoon, but things took a turn when... Sorry, that's my dog. I'm sorry. But things took a turn when he ended up unhappy with how I looked naked. I'm 5'6" and 135 pounds at the time, a healthy weight. Although not medically overweight, he said my stomach and thighs were too chunky and requested I lose 20 pounds before we have sex again. I tend to wear flattering clothes, so I guess my issues weren't noticeable when dressed. In the meantime, he has been requesting oral sex from me every day with no reciprocity or affection. I've been working hard to lose weight, but he's still not happy with my appearance and accuses me of not trying hard enough. In the meantime, I'm hungry and grumpy from losing weight. If not for my husband, I would rather be at my previous weight and be able to enjoy a burger or a cupcake every now and then. I'm afraid I'm falling out of love being treated this way. I know no marriage is perfect, but it's so heartbreaking being treated like this.
Wow. Mm.
So I'm gonna let you
Mm.
go first, Brother Kenny, if you want to.
Okay. So she said that they dated 9 months
They dated
prior,
2 years
2 years, and then they've been
and
married
have
for
been
nine
married for
months.
9 months. Yep.
And she said she's 5'6", 135 now.
No, that's what she
At,
was.
at the time of the
Eh,
marriage, she was
Hmm.
that
And
right.
that's okay, 5'6", 135. That's not big.
And
I
even
mean,
then,
that's
he thought she
she
was.
was over,
He
right.
didn't like how she looked naked.
Well,
Basically,
she didn't pay attention to the red flags. That right there, yeah, she should have
bingo.
paid attention right then and there that he was gonna be some. He wasn't into you like that. First, and then she said they didn't have sex until their honeymoon, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And he
Because of
was
his
not,
religious
because
beliefs.
his religious beliefs.
Hmm.
Baby girl, get out of that marriage now, like quick, fast, in a hurry. Because this guy is basically gonna have your self-esteem in the gutter, and it's
It's already there.
already there.
It's already there.
He doesn't love you. If he was really, really like that, I wonder, is he helping? I mean, is he? Because first of all, I would say she's not overweight, 5'6", 135.
Not
That's
even close.
not even close. And he wants you to lose 20 pounds, 150. Hell, you damn near stick. No, baby. Nah, leave that clown where he's at. Let him go back to that circus that he came in.
Absolutely. Lamb, what's going on, my brother?
What up, Lamb? That's why you don't wait. That's true. But yeah, but nah, sister. Nah, baby girl. Get out of that. Leave that clown where he was.
You want to go, Black?
So I'll agree with, but I want to share some comments, and then Tasha,
Okay.
I'll let you go. Antoine said that's a good size.
Mhm.
Lamb, this is Mr. Lamb. The show is part of the TFG TV platform. Please like, share, and subscribe. So he said you shouldn't wait. That's why you don't wait. Because again, you waited all that time and only for it to be a waste. Mike said, "Is this a white guy?" Wow. Okay. And I like Dee's point. Dee says that at 5'6", 130, she good.
Right.
If
exactly.
she loses weight, he'll
Yeah.
find something else wrong with her.
Yeah. That clown, man. Yeah. Leave that clown.
And she added to that that if she drop him, you want to lose some weight, she can lose way over 100 pounds by simply getting rid of his ass.
Mhm.
So Tasha, I'm gonna let you go before I give my take.
That man does not want pussy.
Uh-oh.
That's what he does not want. That's what I took. He wants another man, and the fact that you're only requesting head, you don't want pussy. That's what that is.
Whoa. I did not see it that way.
I didn't either, but hey.
But
wow.
Mike asked, was it a white guy? Because Mike gave an opinion that I think is kind of controversial. He says because white guys like skinny with big titties. I'm gonna disagree with you, Mike.
I think they used to. I think
that's right. I'm gonna disagree with you, Mike.
I think white guys like women with curves now.
I do too.
I really do.
Now, Mike, old school, yes, you're right, Mike, but not now. Not now. Antoine agree with you, Tasha. And I think Lamb agree with you too, Tasha. That you nailed on it. I wasn't looking at it from that perspective.
I wasn't either.
Because what I see here is this is a truly mentally unstable and healthy relationship on every level. This is about control. To me, and I'm gonna share some comments. They're coming in hard and fast, but this is about control to me on every level. And you, Brother Kenny, is right. You ignored all of the red flags on every level. You let this person truly dictate everything about the expectation of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
He already set the table with the we want to wait for religious. I actually get that part. That was the standing if you agreed to it. So if you were you didn't say whether you were religious, you said his religious beliefs.
Correct.
Is what I understand. Right. So if it wasn't if you didn't share his religious beliefs, that's red flag number one. Now y'all waited, and then y'all ran into a roadblock during the honeymoon period when you took your clothes off and he didn't like your body, which is why Lamb said you shouldn't wait, because you could have eliminated all of that, from the first couple of days. Let me see you naked. You see me naked.
But come on, he would have had to see her body I mean,
No,
naked, but
if you listen to what she said she wears flattering clothes, so she guessed that it hides it.
oh, okay,
So maybe he
okay,
thought that.
maybe,
And then see,
okay,
and hit my thing with the whole stomach and thighs. For all we know, she could have the right weight, but she could have that
yeah,
balled up homework stomach,
yeah, maybe so,
and how
yeah,
it's distributed, and
yeah,
maybe the thighs ain't as thin or as thick or whatever. So
yeah,
those are body issues that whatever he's looking for, and Tasha, I wasn't seeing it as that, maybe he didn't want a pussy. He's got whatever perception in his head or whatever he think is perfect. And that's why I agree with what Dee said. It's gonna always be something. And that he's demanding head from you on a regular basis, and you're providing it, sweetheart. You're not, you're now enabling him. You're now enabling this unhealthy situation. So you absolutely should run as far and as fast as you can. And then, Mike
it's
said, Mike, I want to get cut you for. You said me ever head this far. Now
yeah.
look, don't nobody like head more than me. I've always loved it ever since I was a young man. And even as I got older, I would rather have in many cases heads than some of that musty snatch. Having said that, now this is his wife, not just some old kind of head, but the whole
Newlywed.
white thing. I think now in 2022, white men love them banging bodies just as much as black men do. And
Yeah,
so I think that idea of the skinny white girl kind of look, I think that no, I think that ain't
it's
it.
just hard for me to believe that he didn't know her body type and they were dating 2 years. It's hard for me to believe that he didn't know what her body looked like. I don't
No,
believe that.
no, no. I'm gonna say this: completely naked. Depending on your religious beliefs, and they honored that. I can get that. And you know what it brings? I think about
That
what
Negro ain't that religious. Come on, Black. You know that Negro ain't that religious. Come
some
on, let's stop
some
it.
people
That
are.
that dude wasn't that religious. Come on.
Okay, let me say this. Lamb said he's probably a minister too. I can sit here and tell you that those in Jehovah's Witness faith, for example, I'm gonna speak about what I know, not the ones I don't know. I'll speak about the ones I know. The truest believers in Jehovah's Witness faith, this is what they deal with. They court with they literally go through a courtship where you have somebody monitoring it, and you that person would not have seen the person naked. Now, of course, you see them in their clothes, and you can imagine, and it's shame on you if you get somebody their body shape is just not what you think, but you probably would not have seen them naked. Maybe even Muslims, different faiths, maybe. I get that part. And my thing is it's unhealthy from the beginning, because the moment that her clothes came off, there is no perfect body, even if her stomach was flat or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if that's what you're looking for, that's why I said this is a different level. Now, Tasha brought in an interesting point that I hadn't considered.
And I want to expound on that for a second
Go ahead,
too.
please. Yeah, go.
Because the reason why that's the first thing that came in my mind is if you're dating for 2 years, you've hugged each other. At some point, he's probably had his arm around her waist, I would imagine, rubbed on her leg or something. But to me, what it sounds like is maybe for those 2 years, he was deciding as far as if he really wanted to do this. So then he proposes. And when he finally sees her naked, he's like, nope, never mind. I don't want nothing to do with women. And maybe he hasn't figured out a way to tell her yet.
You might, and again,
That's possible.
I'm telling you, I hadn't considered
Yeah,
it.
I didn't either.
That you bring it up, that is very much on the table, because
I think he was hitting somebody on the side too during their 2
well,
years.
even if you're hitting
Be
somebody on
honest
the
with
side, I'm Tasha's point. Maybe he really don't like pussy, and he was trying to decide, and maybe it's not his thing. And they have a such thing called as a beard. Well, a lot of people do get in relationships where they bring the woman along because it's a nice
right.
cover.
Comfort, right?
And I'm gonna name somebody who I believe 100 alleged, who I believe this is a famous person who I believe that is the case. No, I want to hurt my chances, because no. But let me say it this way: there's somebody famous that had a girlfriend for, I want to say maybe like a year and a half. They had a child. You never saw these two together, and they
I
didn't
know who.
go
I
anywhere in
already know who
public.
you talking about.
They didn't go anywhere in public together and everything.
I know what
And
you talking
here in
about.
Atlanta, this person is widely known and accepted to be of the gay perspective, but they
Initials,
had a they no,
initials TP.
no, they had a, and so this was widely assumed that this person, the woman was the beard, as they call it, that this
I
was a
already know what
way
you
to
talking
keep
about.
the chatter down, but in reality, this person was known to that they like men, they like dick. And so yeah, that's what that's uh Mike is saying name the person. Mike, read between the lines, my brother. Read between the lines, my brother. You know, so everybody's trying to guess. Is it a
Oh,
billionaire?
I already know who it is. I
Tyler
think most
Perry for
people know.
100. I didn't
Yeah.
say no names. I didn't say
I,
no
I
names.
said initials. I just
Just
said
just just
TP.
so you know. But Tasha's point, well, welcome, sis. What's going on, Sherry?
What's
But
up,
to
Sherry?
Tasha's point, that could very well be the case, Tasha. You bring up a good point. That
But
if
I
you don't
gotta get
that if you don't like pussy, but you married now, so getting head. That's a very good point.
Mhm.
Okay, Tasha, give us another one. Give us
All right,
another one while we got
this
the
is a
time.
nice quick one. I've been dating this man for almost 2 years, but we don't spend any time together. He comes through, gives me a quickie, never takes his clothes, shoes, coat off, and then he bolts on his way out the door. He says the pandemic keeps him in a lockdown, but I see other people outside and on dates. What should I do?
Now, how long they been seeing each other?
2 years.
That's the easy one for me, but I'll let y'all go. I'll let y'all go first on that one.
Come
Anybody?
on. She, baby, that dude married. What? Stop it. Leave that married. You get married penis. When he just sneaking out, get a quick, and he get head back to the crib. He got a wife and 3 kids. He got a dog in the front yard and a white picket fence. Stop it. You just, hey, if you want to keep getting that married penis, keep getting that married penis. Don't ask no questions. Just take the quickie and keep it moving.
All
That's
right.
on you.
All right. Antoine said that's very suspect, and my brother Kenny said this is baby, you dealing with a married man and he getting a quickie. That's what it is. D said where these women come from. D, this is real stories. It really
Yes, sir.
happens. This is real. Absolutely. Sis, I'll give you an opportunity. You coming on? You heard the story. Did you hear the scenario?
No, I didn't hear the scenario.
Tasha, read it real quick again.
Sure. I've been dating this man for almost 2 years, but we don't spend any time together. He comes through, gives me a quickie, never takes off his coat, shoes, or clothes, and then he's off out the door. He says the pandemic keeps him in lockdown, but I see other people outside and on dates.
What should she do?
Oh, see. First of all, she shouldn't be opening her door to no quickies. Anyway, and how you gonna be trying to have sex with somebody and they ain't got their clothes off? What is going on? So if she gonna be opening the door for the quickie for him, then hey, y'all know my philosophy. Eat a sandwich. Make sure the booty juice is all on it. And so when you go home, they're gonna know what it is.
I just thought of
Okay.
something. I
Okay.
just thought of something. He's a new superhero. That's Quickie Man.
Okay.
he able to leap tall buildings and sofas in 3 minutes.
All
She
right.
dealing with a new superhero.
Tasha, I'm gonna let you go because I got a hot take on this one.
Okay.
Oh.
My thing is okay, you can't be mad because this is what you've allowed. So you're not dating, so let's just be clear about that. And why after the first time you continue to sleep with someone who only pulls his dick out of his pants? Out of the zipper hole. That's mad disrespectful to me. How can you get any sort of satisfaction from that? Like as soon as he nuts, he's just running out the door. You're just a booty call. That's it. You're just convenient. You're just there. He may or may not have another situation going on. I just think it's just the convenience, and because she hasn't pressed or done anything previously to try to make him, commit, or hell, even lock the door, lock him in there, so then he can't get out unless you let him out. Really put up a fight or something. Nothing. You're just allowing him to do it.
All right. All right. So let me go. Uh, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, but welcome. Thanks for tuning in. See you online. So, this situation, do you ask where do you get these women come from? This is actually real and it happens more often than people want to admit. You know, me out there doing my thing and I can continue to do my thing. This is something that would be easy to pull off right now. Sherry asks how, about y'all talking about no clothes. There's many women I slept with that it wasn't worth pulling off my clothes for. See, we're not looking at the scenario. What if she's ugly? What if she's somebody that you wouldn't be seen in public with? I have fucked a lot of ugly women. I did numbers. You know. For me, it wasn't the beauty; it was the booty. I like doing numbers. I did sex just for the sake of having sex. Ugly women, fat women, women with hardly no teeth, midgets, one legs, limbs missing. I experimented. I wanted to try those things. So these are
Yeah.
cases. These were times when this wasn't somebody I wanted to be seen with. I wasn't going to be spending a whole lot of time with them either. And on top of that, anybody who knows me, I like to have total control. If you're at my house, if I'm coming over to her place, I'm absolutely giving her a quickie if this is not somebody that I am going to be seen with. And if it's been going on for 2 years, Tasha, you're absolutely right. She's allowed it. We shouldn't have to at this. Why are you trying to figure out, sweetheart, what this is? Whatever the new term is now, a sneaky link, a hookup, a drop off, whatever you want to call it, that's what you really are. And I've had many women that way that even when come over, don't baby, don't get that comfortable. I've had ones that turn around because I don't want to look at your face, and I only want a doggy style because actually I'm not even looking at your pussy. I'm looking at my dick because you might be ugly or whatever. And so it's just me kind of enjoying my moment in there. And then, afterwards, you're not gonna have time, sweetheart, to wipe yourself clean, pull your musty drawers up and go home and clean your snatch out. I need you in and out because I needed to get a nut off in that moment,
I can't.
you know? And so this is what she's in. Let's not kid ourselves. You're just a receptacle, sweetheart. And so, if this been going on for 2 years, and you talking about a pandemic, you set yourself up for this. When he's in, look, sweetheart. Let me look at the camera. You on his route home. You something to do on his route when he's in the neighborhood. He swings by. He need to get a nut off, and it's better to jack it off, and your must is snatched than in a cup.
That's why I call him the new superhero. He's Quickie Man. That's what
I
his
would change
name
that
is.
name, Kenny. Call him Pandemic Dick. So
Oh, whatever y'all want to call him, Mike, you're
Oh,
absolutely
shit.
right. This person could be deformed. We don't know what she looked like. She could be, but again, it's just, baby, you just something to do. That's what it is. So let's not kid ourselves. Tasha, give us another one while we got time.
okay. I dated a man for 2 years, and he left his wife and moved in with me. He has a huge sexual appetite, and when we hooked up, he was still sleeping with his wife to get satisfied. Now I want her to step in and help out because I can't handle him, but I don't want him to get another side chick. So what should I do?
I lost something. Read that one again for me. Something there.
Sure. I dated a man for 2 years and he left his wife and moved in with me. He has a huge sexual appetite, and when we hooked up, he was still sleeping with his wife to get satisfied. Now I want her to step in and help out because I can't handle him and I don't want him to get a side chick.
Okay. Ooh, anybody? Lamar already said this one is a whole ass mess.
As you can see, I'm like confused. Like,
That's why I wanted her to read that one again because I wanted to be sure that it twirled around my brain. You met
Mm-hmm.
the man; he was married.
right,
Yes.
He has a
strong
heavy,
sexual
strong sexual appetite, but he left his wife for
for
you.
you,
Mm-hmm.
And
but you
either
can't
he was
handle
still
it.
sleeping with the wife, but you just say he was sleeping with his wife, so clearly at the same time. But now that he with you full time,
Mm-hmm. she can't handle him sexually.
Right. His sexual
Ah.
appetite is so great that you don't want him to go out and get a side
Another
piece,
side chick.
another
Yep.
side piece.
So now she
So you
want
want
the
the
wife,
wife to
the
step
wife
back
to
in
step back in.
Yes.
so that y'all
Ah.
can both do them together.
Oh,
Okay.
because I get it now. Because when she was just a side piece, she only had to deal with him on
And
certain
that's
minor
why I got
basis.
something good for this one.
Okay, so
But y'all go.
now that he's in there full time, he clocking in 40 hours a week. She can't handle the 40 hours a week.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, baby girl, all I can tell you is, you get what you asked for. That's all I can tell you. You got what you asked for. But I would say, hey, go ask the wife though. Go call her up and say, hey, I got your husband over here. I can't handle him. Can you come help us out? Hey, you might as well. What you got? You ain't got shit to lose.
Maybe not.
Hey, go for it.
Go for Brother Kenny said go for it. Sis, what you say?
That's all I got.
That is a hot mess, Lamar. There's a lot going on. The thing is, to me, is that I mean, she might as well get another side chick because you was the side chick, so you was doing what you don't want. So, like Kenny said, she got to deal with that because you got what you asked for. So you might as well just handle that. And if she go ask the wife, can she help her out? The wife is probably gonna tell her, "No, you wanted him. You was cheating with him, so now you got him. Handle it."
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe that's why the wife let him go. Because maybe it was too much for her.
Okay. McMack, what you got on this one?
How you get him is how you
Mm.
lose them. I say
Yeah.
let him get another side chick and just, like stop classifying it as dating, whatever it is, at some point he's gonna become bored with you like he did his wife and go find something else. Maybe he doesn't want to. That to me, that seems like that would be easy. That maybe he still has access to the wife, and that would be easy to do. But maybe he's just bored with that. And how do you know already that he ain't getting it already on the side, and you just getting just what's left over now? Maybe he already has another side piece. But I still say I think let him go get something new and strange, and you just fall back into your side chick status and just stay there.
Yeah.
Love everything. Agree with it 1,000%. So there's a saying in Denzel Washington's movie, The Equalizer, the first one, he says, be careful when you pray for rain because you have to deal with the mud. In essence, what you guys are saying, when you ask for something and you get it, be careful because you get everything that goes along with it. The man is a cheater. You know that you knew that going in, you dealt with it, and you are proud that you took him from his wife. I guarantee you that somebody got some music on.
Yeah.
Can you mute that?
Freddie, Tony, cut that down.
So I guarantee you that when you took him from the wife, you bragged about it. You probably was on social media. You felt pretty good about yourself because you thought your pussy is the bomb. Bomb enough to take a married man. But Tasha's right here now. What makes women think, men too for that matter, but in this case, what would make a woman think that if you took a cheater from his wife, that somebody couldn't come along and do the same thing to you once now your crackers is old and stale? I guarantee you he already has somebody else because he's a cheater. We are who we are. Having said that, a part of the fun in cheating is the fact that you're cheating on somebody. That's what makes it exciting, is that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. But the moment that you already acknowledged that his sex drive was great, I was that dude. I was an absolute sexaholic. Now, the difference is I wasn't a cheater because you knew this going into it. So don't be surprised that I'm telling you, you are not enough for me. I just happen to tell the people up front, you could be beautiful. Pussy smell like roses and taste like watermelon with a little salt on it. You still was not going to be good enough to satisfy everything that I needed. Understand that. Now that you allowed yourself to believe that this man all of a sudden was going to settle down and now you want to backtrack and involve the wife, no, sweetheart, you got it. You've earned this now. You accept all of this. because that's what you asked for, and you deserve everything you get. He was never going to be faithful to you. Never. That wasn't even in the cards. That you allowed yourself to believe that that was the case. You're a dumbass. You was just. Let me tell you something. We as men, the ones who cheat like me, we like new pussy. That's the beauty of it. But at the same time, I'll give another movie reference from Lord of the Ring. If you watch Lord of the Ring, the enemy in that movie is that great big eye that's looking all around. And that's how I was as a cheater. That when my big eye zeroed in on that new pussy, that fat pumping ass, that deep mustard snatch, them dick sucking lips, you was all that I needed. I had to have you. But then after you became old, that big eye saw something else because now you're old news. That's what cheaters do. That's what men do. We want something new, and you are no longer new and shiny. So accept that. Shante says, I don't feel bad for those who visit misfortune on others and then want someone to feel bad for the same misfortune befalling them. Absolutely, Shante. She get exactly what she deserved, and
Mm-hmm.
you get back what you put out in the world. Karma is a bitch. It really is. So if you
Mm-hmm.
write this story expecting us to feel any kind of sympathy for you, I have none. I have none.
Yeah, she just needs side piece need to step her game up at the end of the day.
But that's just it, Kenny. It's nothing. He's on explored all her cookies. She got nothing new under the sun, and that's
Yeah.
why I said, when the lights go out, then pussy's pretty much the same at the end of the day. Because sorry, ladies, don't jump on me. But after you spent all your tricks, if that's all you got is between your legs, and you don't plant nothing up here and in here, pussy's really just pussy. You know what makes it special is when you add something to it from here and here. But in reality, the act itself, Bernie Mac said ain't nothing but 40 pumps. If you ain't got nothing to do, count it. That's his famous line. You know what I'm saying? The act itself is pretty damn basic, you know what I'm saying? Technically, we are over, but I'm gonna do one last question, Tasha. We
Oh,
technically
okay. Because
one.
I had two more that I thought would be
Okay,
really good.
my
Okay.
co-host says you want two. Let's do two.
Okay. So, because I try to find some written by men, it's really hard to find some of these questions by men. And so that's why most of them are by women. So,
Okay.
but here's one by a man, and it's
Uh-oh.
really quick too. I cheated during our marriage and agreed to stop. She forgave me and I cheated again. She aborted my child and left, and now she's with a new man and is pregnant. I feel I have some say in that child's life. I'm still her husband and she owes me a kid. How to convince her?
Really? Really, bro? But there's enough fault to go around here. I'm gonna let somebody else go first. But really, bro, sis, Kenny, what you say?
I was I let Sherry go. I need to hear it again. My bad.
Okay.
I just say, what's your word, brother? He a real numbskull. He's a cheater. She allowed it. Yeah, she stayed, whatever. But he thinks she owe him. I don't think she owe him anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially not no kid. She with somebody else, brother. Go on about your business. That's it.
Okay, very simple. So, brother Kenny, the situation in a nutshell. Tasha laid out in a nutshell.
Yeah, yeah. Read it again, Tasha,
Okay,
for me.
so okay, I cheated during our marriage and agreed to stop. She forgave me and I cheated again. She aborted my child and she left. Now she's with a new man and is pregnant. I feel I have some say in that child's life, and I'm still her husband and she owes me a kid. How to convince her?
Oh, whoa. Okay, pump the brakes. Okay, so
Yeah.
he was a cheater in the marriage,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
All
Twice.
right, twice, and his wife became pregnant with his child that she aborted. Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So she left the marriage to him and got pregnant by another guy and is pregnant or had a child.
Is pregnant.
All right, and the ex is now saying that his ex-wife owes him a baby. Is that what
Yes.
he's?
That's what he feels.
Yes.
Man, what kind of fool is he? How she owe you a baby, player? Hey, the game is what it is, brother. You made your bed, lie in it. She don't owe you nothing. Come on, stop it. Get out your feelings. Stop it. You was the one messing around and screwed it up. She got tired of your junk. She went on, moved on. Time for you to move on. At the end of the day, short and simple.
Absolutely. Tasha, what you say?
The grass isn't always greener, and he found that out, and he was enjoying himself, cheating and everything for whatever reason, just couldn't help himself. And now she's gone, and you feel like somebody owes you a child for what? You don't even owe a marriage to. I don't even owe you loyalty. I don't even owe you basic human decency. I don't owe you a damn thing.
Right.
That's the way
All right. Tasha got serious.
Hey, I felt that deep in my bones when Tasha said that.
Serious.
Oh my
Damn,
goodness.
Tasha.
That definitely came from a woman's perspective.
Oh my God.
For sure.
Tasha said, oh, you a damn thing.
Yeah.
Shantae agree.
Right.
How you owe somebody a baby?
Man, what kind of thinking is, man?
Lamar
right.
said all these damn people crazy. Lamar, I'm gonna start there. Both of them crazy as a $3 bill for different reasons. You have to be careful. If somebody cheats, and you forgive them, that's one thing. I've always advocated that, if I got caught cheating and she confronted me and caught me, I don't want her to forgive me. You let me run as fast as I can and get out of the relationship. I've always said, because to me, I wouldn't be able to live with the idea that she's got to get some dick free card out there that she can cash in at any time. And that's why I've always talked about not getting caught, being smart enough not to get caught. And I know people who have cheated, and they're multiple cheaters, and they get caught, and they've been caught, and they've been in the doghouse. And then you wonder why your wife is doing some of the things she's doing. Bruh, you gave her multiple get some dick card frees, so you got to live with that. Now, in this case, once she had enough, because he cheated on, broke the vows again, she left. Clearly, she don't owe you anything. To Tasha's sentiment, you out of your rabbit mind. She don't owe you anything, But the tragedy in a lot of this is the fact that, my thing is, you still are married to the guy. Go ahead on and get divorced, sweetheart. Now, we don't know if you got pregnant right afterwards or whatever, but it's in this is, what's that word, entanglement. This is an entangled mess now.
Right.
The fact that he think he has rights and he's still your legal husband. Now, of course, he doesn't have any rights, but this is going to be messy on so many different levels. The fact that, you guys you're still tied up legally. Free yourself, sweetheart. Move on with your life. This guy, whoever he is, mentally, he's, his thinking is improper, but he's going to make it difficult for you, clearly, and that's the thing.
And she needs to be careful because, unfortunately, we have these love triangles and these love scorn. A lot of these guys be going nuts. They will go haywire. They will kill you.
That's a whole nother, and that's what the point I was making about get out of the entanglement, because entanglements could get you killed. Shantae say she owe you something, but it ain't a baby.
Right, exactly.
Shantae, you old school. You saying she owe him an ass whooping.
She owe some hot grits on his ass. That's what she owe him. That's what she owe him.
And that's why if I had ever gotten caught, I would run, because she can always cash in. Tasha, give us our last one. You say you have one more.
My man offered me a fairy tale that I didn't expect. On our second date, he mentioned marriage, so we had sex. Then he said my skills were lacking and that we should just be friends with benefits. Ooh. I hung around for 2 years hoping he'd marry me, but now I'm having doubts. What should I do?
Player from the Himalayas.
What is it with the 2 years with all these damn scenarios? Everybody been boyfriend and girlfriend and friend 2 years. What the hell is what is with 24 months?
But you know what, Kenny? Kenny? That rings really accurate though in a lot of ways.
Oh, okay.
When you stop and think about it, that it people will, women God forgive me. I got a Valentine's Day show coming up with all men edition. But it is something about women that will be long suffering and stay for 2 years. I don't know if they figured that how they come. The 2 year time frame is the same mystery about fucking for $40. $40 is the
Right.
going rate
Yeah.
for pussy, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess you're right.
I never
about
understood why they're willing to do it for $40,
that.
but that just seems to be just the right
Yeah.
amount that they were screwed for, and 2 years seems to be just the amount of time. But
No,
yeah,
now what did he
noticed-
say again? What did she say again, Tasha?
Okay,
And-
so on their second date, he mentioned marriage. He didn't say he
Okay.
wanted to marry her, and he
Okay.
just mentioned the topic of marriage.
Okay.
And so we had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said my skills were lacking and that we should be friends with benefits. I've hung around for 2 years hoping he'd marry me, but now I'm having doubts.
So they've been friends with benefits for those 2 years, basically.
Yes.
Yep.
Even though her skills is lacking, according to him.
right.
So that doesn't make sense to me, for personally. If your skills
Okay.
is lacking, why the hell I'm still effing with you? Obviously,
Okay.
her skills ain't lacking. Obviously, he didn't know how to say, baby, I really got somebody else I'm dealing with. I just want to be friends with benefits with you.
Okay.
I don't know why he just didn't say that, because ain't no dude gonna keep messing with no woman that he feel like ain't sexually it ain't what he like. He ain't gonna keep messing with you like that. So for him to do this for 2 years, that ain't it. It's somebody else.
Okay.
You just a spare tire. That's all you are, sis. You a
I'm gonna
spare
share
tire.
a few with you. Shantae
That's
said,
me.
laughing my butt off. How you agree to be friends with benefits and then be mad because he ain't changed the rules? Good point. D says, you need to move on. Messed up a good thing. She gave you a chance. She gave you a chance.
And he mentioned marriage.
She
Now-
gave you a chance.
Now you say
Okay?
he mentioned
I want to remember that.
he mentioned marriage before sex
On the
after
second
sex?
date. On the second date.
second date.
On the
Yeah.
second date, but they hadn't
second
had
date.
sex yet.
Lamar said,
Okay.
that's why I read yours twice, 2 or 3 times. Do you say she gave you a chance? Lamar said, all these fellas are ruthless. Okay, sis, what you got to say about this one? Oh,
You're muted.
all right. Hang on. Sherry, I'm trying to unmute you.
There she go. I think
I'm
I muted her.
unmuted.
Go ahead.
I said, first of all, if he mentioned marriage on a second date, that's just a mention. That's a conversation. So I don't know where you think you was going with that. That's for one. For two, if he tell you that you ain't about nothing in the bed sexually, then basically you should have been on about your business anyway. Because ain't nobody gonna be telling me that basically I ain't about nothing in bed and you still, like Kenny said, but you still fucking me. No, you're not. She allowed that. So I say she should get everything she deserved too. He ought to beat him and everything else.
Okay. Tasha, very defining points. Tasha, what you got?
There's so much wrong with this. The fact that on a second date, it's just the topic of marriage comes up. So then you saw that as, okay, that's great. Let's just go ahead and sleep together because he mentioned marriage. Not just because you wanted to do it, but because he mentioned the topic of marriage. A little mind game with you and told you that your sex was nothing. So the way I see it is for the last couple of years, you've been trying to win him over sexually and get him to change his mind. It's not going to happen. He doesn't want to be with you like that. You're friends with benefits. Either ride that train all the way out or move on. But sounds like to me that she's far more emotionally invested in it because she's still trying to make it be a relationship when it's not even that. You got to hit the first rung and you haven't even done that. But the 2-year time frame, I think, for most of these scenarios is very important, though, because that's when a lot of people do begin evaluating their relationships and the changes that may have occurred or the next steps. So I think the 2-year time frame for most of these is very, very indicative. It lets you know, for some people, what they start looking at and that it's more common than anything. So
I
Okay.
guess so. I would think, me personally, I would think I would know that within 6 to 8 months. I mean, 2 years, that's a long time
Well,
Okay.
to
see,
be
for
dealing
women,
with a situation that that you feel like that is not you're not worthy of. I don't get
Okay.
that.
well, see,
But that's just me.
Kitty, for a
Mhm.
lot of women, if they smart, that's why I said she the 2 year thing. They think you only meeting their representative anyway.
Oh,
You only
okay.
know their
Okay.
representative
Okay.
until about that time. But obviously, she was way far off. I don't know what she was thinking because at the end of the day, he just mentioned marriage. What you thought he was gonna marry you just because he
Okay.
mentioned it?
So let me jump in here and give some thoughts. Let me jump in and give some thoughts. You say it's a whole lot wrong with this situation. I started out as she was reading it. I said, player from the Himalayas. It's so much right with this situation, in my personal opinion. He did everything right. He did everything right, and I'm gonna go through it. He didn't know. Oh, he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
know
you
within six
right.
months.
You right, Shantae.
Um,
He knew.
so
Yeah,
that's where I'm gonna
you right.
start. That's the difference between men and women. And I've said this many times. There are women you marry and women you don't. It don't take 2 years. It don't even take 6 months. We know now that you have built up a fantasy in your head. To Shantae's points, that's on you, sweetheart. You can imagine whatever you want to, because you set on that journey of thinking it's going to be this and that. As a player from the Himalayas, I'm going to tell you whatever it takes to get in that snatch. And I've done it. There's times when I told bitches that I was a CEO in Walmart. And when you came over that night, the lighting hit my white furniture just right. Now I knew when the sun came up, that furniture was all nasty and filthy. I hated to even sit on it, but at night it looks beautiful. I'm gonna create whatever fantasy you need to see for me to get that pussy from the gate. The fact that
Wow.
y'all it took him a second date. The man is he in his bag. He went in his bag. He told you what he knew you wanted to hear because some of us listen. You clearly had talked about, oh my God, I don't want this to be just like the others. I really want this the next time to be married. He mentioned the M word. That was enough for you to drop down to your mustard knees and do everything he needed to be done. Brother Lamar, he wasn't ruthless. He was a man handling his business like he was supposed to. And he knew from the gate, and then the fact that he told her that the sex ain't good enough to be married, play up, play on. That's a power move right there. He know your mind is weak. He know that now I can keep you chasing that high, just like a crackhead. Ain't nothing like that first high. He hit them mustard jaws right. And now turn around and told you that you straight, you good, but you got some things you can improve on. That assures every time you bring that pussy to him, you trying to add something new to it. And that you allowed this to go on for 2 years, the man is brilliant. He put you in rotation, baby. Do you know how many nasty, filthy, no good bitches I put in rotation? Absolutely. That's the game. Don't get mad with the player, get mad with the game. Put you in the game in rotation because if I can keep you always thinking you got to do better and I'm giving you the same, and in reality, I ain't even giving you A dick no more. I can give you C-level dick because you're gonna do all the work. Ain't no sense me jumping up and down, you ride me for a while. And then I'ma still tell you the pussy was just okay today. You know what? Next time you really pay good attention on the head, but you didn't get my balls real good. I'm gonna always keep you hopping on one leg. That's the
Somebody take his
game.
mic
Don't hate the
away.
player. I'm just trying to tell you, whoever you are, sir, bravo, I salute you. You played the game and you played it well. She's just a dumb hoe. And in case y'all wondering out there, dumb hoes come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and positions. Education, economic level, it don't matter. It's the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And I'm gonna leave it on that note right there. This has been another edition of Real Talk. What would you do? Scenarios Part 2. I love it. We ended on a positive note. In case you don't know, we do this every Sunday and Wednesday. On Sundays, we're here at 6 o'clock. On Wednesdays, we're here at 8 o'clock. Real Talk for Real Men. We are a part of the TFG TV platform. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook. And if you like this show, if you enjoyed this show, tell me you like it. Share it with friends. Subscribe, and you can find me directly on YouTube, and you can find me as part of the TFG TV platform. And guess what? There's a whole lot more shows just as good. That brother sitting down there in the right corner, that's Mr. Kenny. Kenny, tell them where they can find you, my brother.
You can find me on TFG Sports Media on YouTube. I'm uploading content every day. Try to. You can also find me on Tuesday nights, 6:30 p.m. on TFG Sports Media on YouTube and on Facebook and TFG TV. 30-minute sports show, your best sports show on social media. And we're gonna have something nice and special this coming Tuesday. We're gonna have somebody from the Super Bowl. Gotta tune in. You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in at 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Check us out.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Tasha, you got a fan. Tasha, do you have your own private channel? She have a $6.95 feed that you can see whatever you want to see.
She got Antoine. She got an OnlyFans, brother. You better get on that. You better have. Antoine, I'm just playing. I'm just teasing Tasha. I'm just teasing.
But if you want to see Tasha, you can find Tasha show up every Wednesday at 8. Every Sunday at 6, and you can find this beautiful woman on the Real Talk for Real Men platform. And Antoine,
hey, Tasha might be having a little Valentine's.
She's single.
Antoine. All right.
Single.
Every Wednesday and Sunday, you can come check her out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, he said okay.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, player.
I like that. I appreciate the pimping. Thank you.
All I'm saying is holler at me, Antoine.
Yeah. Hit them DMs.
Check us
Hit
out.
them DMs, Antoine.
She's here. She's all that you see, as real as it gets. And so again, Antoine, tell your friends, man. Like the channel, subscribe, follow us on TFG TV, and there's other content that's just as good. We got religion, politics, current events. We got social media dealing with famous people. You name it, we got it. And so I appreciate you hollering at me. Don't forget to tell your family and friends to check us out. And last, before I end, we got a special show coming up on Real Talk as well. It's going to be our first all-male show of the year of 2022 in honor of Valentine's Day. So ladies out there in particular, all this shit that y'all want to know about how we think and why we as men do what we do, get your questions ready. Get your girlfriends ready. Get your popcorn.
And make sure you wear some red.
Load them up. Load them up.
Make sure you wear some red.
Anything and everything, and it's going to be as real and as raw as you can imagine. I plan on having a cool dance of men. No subject is off limit. Get your family, get your friend, get your girlfriend. Do watch parties. Tune in, subscribe, and bring whatever question. We don't turn no questions away. This is what we do on Real Talk for Real Men.
And send some pictures to Real Talk. Y'all take some. Y'all snap some selfies. In your red.
A couple of us, we single.
Whatever red you get on. Yeah, snap a couple of selfies.
And if you lucky, you can get in that two-year rotation. So we gonna hope y'all give the rest of y'all time back to y'all this Sunday. We hope that we provided you a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of enjoyment to start your week. Go back and watch the show. Pick out your funny moments from this. Share them with family and friends. Again, subscribe to the channel. We do this, and this is how we do it. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks for another good edition of Real Talk for Real Men. We'll see you.